Yo, what's up guys, how's everyone doing? My name is James. Today I'm back with another Photoshop tutorial. I'm using Photoshop CC, but you guys can pretty much use any version of Photoshop for this as long as it supports layer styles, which I'm sure it does. So part 1 of the video is going to be me teaching you guys how to create your own chrome type text effect in Photoshop using the blending options, bevel and emboss and the contour tool just to create this beautiful kind of text effect that's on screen right now. And part 2 is going to be sharing with you guys a pack that I've got where you guys can literally just drag and drop these chrome effects onto your text to make it super easy. Some of them are really nice looking as well. So I'm gonna teach you both sides of it, the easy way and then the hard way. So let's get straight into it with the hard way and teach you guys how to do it yourself. So step 1 here, I have a reference image up here for the kind of effect that I'm going to be trying to make. Now I'm going to be doing this guys with you in real time so we can see how it ends up. So step 1 is going to be to draw out our text. So select the text tool, make a text box, and then type out whatever you'd like to type out. I'm going to type out Wagwan. Adjust the size of it, and when you're ready, we're going to go into the blending options and get creative. So step 1 is to add a bevel and emboss. Now the main factors of this, you can copy my settings, but the main factors are the technique. We want it to be chiseled hard, the inner bevel, the depth is quite important. I turn the depth up to max. For the size, this changes how much of the text you want to be angled or how much of a face you want on the text. What I mean by that is if I change the lighting, you can see a little bit better. When the size is all the way up, it's completely angled, and when the size is all the way down, the effect is not existent. So we want to get a bit of an edge going on like we can see in the example above. I would say maybe around there, maybe a little bit bigger. Now the next thing to do, leave softness to 0, is to start playing with the angle. Now the angle is going to look different depending on what kind of a gloss contour we're using. The gloss contour is the main thing that changes how your metal looks. So for example, this being the default one, we get very simple, just a few kind of light sources and shading, a little bit of blending, but not too much to it. And then you get ones like this, for example, down here, where the effects are starting to get a bit crazy. You're starting to get a really nice kind of chrome metal effect. Now this one's one of my favorite ones. As you can see with this at the top, it's almost like the light is being hit at the bottom and the top is in shadow. To do this, we want to be putting the angle up high, somewhere around here. I quite like that. We're going to roll with that for now and see what it's like. You don't need to worry about the opacity because this is just for the highlights. This won't change much. Now what we're going to be doing is we're going to be adding an inner glow. This is to get the little hints of color that you can see up here. So I've selected this blue. It might actually be a slightly darker blue that we want, but this isn't too important. We can change this afterwards. The next step is to add a contour. When we add this, we can see the effect changes quite drastically. This is only because we need to choose the correct contour mode to fit our image. So we're going to be going through these. We want one that basically just adds this little thin line here. As you can see with this text, between the white text in the middle and then the angled edges, there's a little black line which just makes it a little bit more defined. So this actually works pretty perfectly for that. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to duplicate this layer. I'm going to rasterize the text. Only do this when you're ready to stop working on the blending mode. Because I've duplicated it though, it doesn't matter too much. If we mess up, then we can come back to our fully functioning text layer. But for now, we're going to hide that layer and I'm going to duplicate this new layer that we've just created again. We're going to go into filter mode, filter gallery, and we're going to actually go ahead and find the chrome tool. So this completely turns your text into liquid chrome. You can play with the detail. The more crazy shit that's going to be going on, and the less detail, the more simple and liquidated it looks. So I'm going to be looking to go around detail 1 and smoothness around 5 in the middle, and then we're going to hit OK. So now this has given us this really cool kind of liquid chrome effect, and now we're simply going to be applying this over the top of the other one using the blend mode up here. So as I go through normal, through all these different modes, we're going to find some like this, for example. This adds lots of effects into the outside, which would be hard to create without overlapping it with an image, which is why I really like using this method. So we're going to go down and we're just going to pick the one that complements our text the best. I know one of them is going to look great. So for me, I think overlay mode is actually the best one, and I'm going to lower it to 75%. Now I'm going to add a hue and saturation layer over the top and increase the saturation just to make it really nice and blue. And then I'm going to slightly tweak the blue to be that kind of slightly lighter shade of blue. I'm going to clip that to my text. Now a few extra things that you can do to make this look even better is you can add an outer glow. If you find your outer glow and then select a really light blue, and then just drop the opacity down so it looks very minimalistic. You don't want it to look too apparent, but that little soft glow just kind of creates the effect that it is really shining. I think that's pretty cool. I'm going to go back into the curves and I'm going to tweak it slightly. I'm going to lower the darks and I'm actually going to drop the light slightly, because I think this looks nicer when it looks like it's quite dark. Another thing that you can do is use the brush tool with 0 hardness and click once and you're going to get this soft brush. You can then go Control T and we can make it really small and really long like this. If we duplicate this, flip it round and merge both of those layers together, we now have this really cool kind of light sparkle effect, and you could even put a little click in the middle like that. Now it looks like some kind of Disney effect, but it's all good. We're going to make it quite small and we're just going to add a few of these to different places to kind of look like this thing's shining. If you add it to areas where there's lots of light, then it looks more natural. So yeah, that's going to be my custom text tutorial. Now let me show you guys how you can use the template pack I've got, where you can just drag effects in a millisecond. Maybe you don't have time to customize and tweak each text layer and you'd rather have some kind of effect that could be applied to like a whole paragraph of text or something, then obviously it makes sense to use this new method that I'm about to teach you. What I'm going to do is I'm going to delete all these little sparkles that I've just made. I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to clear the layer style and I'm going to delete the chrome over the top. Let's start with a completely fresh bit of text in all white, just like this. Rasterize, remove everything, and we're back to where we started. Now, all you have to do for this is go into styles and drag the styles that I've taught you into here, and you get the effect just like that. Now there's some really sick ones, as you can see. Once you've picked the metal effects that you like, you can actually right click and go into blending options. And in here you can study all the blending options that is being used to make that kind of text effect. So that's really useful as well if you're trying to learn how to do. So yeah guys, you get the idea. I'm going to try and keep this nice and short for you guys. As you get the idea, I'm going to try and keep this nice and short for you guys and leave it there. Like I said before, thank you so much for the love on my channel, guys. I appreciate all of you new subscribers and the ones that have been here since day one. Make sure you smash that like button. Drop a comment down below of what you want to see next. I read every single comment. You already know what it is, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and that is me out. Take care.